Okay, so welcome to Shooting the Breeze. So it's just a group of cousins sitting and having some conversation. It could be light conversation, it could be deep conversation, but we're just happy that you're here to join us today.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you having us.
Olivia, you're always so slick.
That's my job.
Okay, so here's the question for the day. Audience, feel free to comment on our Instagram page at Shooting the Breeze.
No haters, okay?
I'm not gonna lie. Hate all you want to, baby. I know who I am.
No haters. Oh, we got someone for you.
Wow, threatening people now?
Okay,
can I ask my question? You guys are not serious at all. Okay, this is my question.
What's your question?
Should you invite the person that you're newly dating to important family functions, such as a wedding or a baby shower?
Are you serious, man?
I am dead ass serious.
Pause. Hold on, before we answer any questions. Is this question centered around an individual in this room?
No, it's not.
Everybody, let's look to the left.
Jesus, I officially hate everybody in this room.
So, since are you gonna answer the question since you're sitting all the way left?
Since you're trying to be slick, I got you.
I'm not trying to be slick.
This is the real. Where's the camera? This is the camera. Yo.
Can you please stop and answer the question?
You might have to turn your head backwards. We can't see your face.
Peep the melanin. Look. Always hating
Are
another
you
brother.
serious?
I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
This is the example you should not follow. Let's uplift our brothers. You feel me? I love y'all. But to answer your question, it's all relative, right? Because we could officially be dating for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. We could have been talking for like 3 or 4 months. So in that case, of course I'm gonna bring her to the wedding or to the baby shower, to family functions, because she's been part of my life. No, this is a hypothetical. Don't put me on record. Trying to catch a nigga slipping. Hey, just fine.
Oh my God, I didn't know. I wonder what he's getting me for.
Until the words, do you want to be official? Do you want to be my girlfriend? Come out of my mouth. We're exclusive, but we're not together. Okay?
So that means you're not official.
No, but we're exclusive.
Okay.
So the answer to your question, the answer to your statement is she should not come to important family functions.
That is exactly why I put NA, as in not available at the moment. Right? Because look, the baby shower is in April. But no, all right. If you're talking, you're in the talking stage. In the talking stage, you have a right to talk to multiple people until you like lock in one. Yes or no?
That's not the question.
But that's what I'm saying. Yes or no?
The question is, you have the right to talk to whomever you want and to how many people you want. But the question was, should you invite one of those people to important family functions?
If you have the intention to eventually be official with them, hell yeah.
So then what happens if they're all over the family function, all over the pictures, and then y'all are not together after a month later?
Well, you have to ask my dad. He's dealt with that before.
Time out. I think, in his defense, one of the reasons he put NA is, yes, he was invited to the baby shower months
Peter,
before.
what's in your mouth?
He has a bone.
Months before the baby shower, right? This is somebody he's talking to now. There's no guarantee he'll be talking to that person by the time the baby shower comes around. So he's got to put NA, because if they're not talking by the time the baby shower comes around, then there's no longer a +1, or maybe there's a new +1. You never know, right? So you got to put NA for the moments, because you're not sure if you're for real going to be with them. Even though you might want to, you can't tell the future. Anything could happen, right?
You going to lock me in a situation that I'm not even official with?
The answer to my question should be no. You should not invite someone that you're talking to important
so basically what she's
functions.
saying is, Olivier, I want you to come to my baby shower by yourself. I don't want to see you with any random girl. Well, I'm sorry, Grace.
It's not that I don't want to see you with random girls. You can be with a random girl. That's your issue. You can date whomever you want.
Well,
I
have
just don't.
fun with
I
whoever
just
I
don't want the random girl all over my pictures.
Don't bring her out here, nigga.
Look, I'll be honest. If I
'Cause
do
I don't want
bring
no. I don't want to meet nobody if they're not official. That's a waste of my time.
whoever I bring to the baby shower is gonna be the official woman for at least the next couple of months or years.
I thought he was,
Or years.
days.
Or days. Y'all niggas ain't shit, bro.
I was like, watch out, boy. You walking on thin ice, boy.
Can I give my
And
opinion?
please, stand up for your cousin.
Okay. You have to bring it closer.
Saga, stand up for your sister.
And I'm gonna give my opinion.
Yes.
Okay, okay, give your opinion.
Okay.
I'm gonna give my opinion.
Give your opinion,
I
girl.
love you too.
I might have to stop a fight.
Can I talk? Okay, so I think that I think it depends on the family function. If it's something like a baby shower, I mean, just don't put the person in the picture.
But then that's awkward. The person is at your baby shower, should you be like, oh no, you can't be in the
You
pictures?
don't have to say that.
I'll tell her beforehand.
Listen, babe, we don't know how long this is gonna be.
Nah, come on, y'all ain't slick. Yo,
come on now.
I want you to come with me. I want you to have a good time. But just so you know, for the pictures, it's gonna be family only. That's how she wants it. Simple. You're not family. You're not in the picture.
Yeah, but let me finish. But I think he said it also. Sometimes you never know. You may think oh, this is right for now. You see a future with that person, and anything can happen. You know. You can't.
That's a fact.
Hold on.
Nothing is set in stone.
Hold on. Since I'm the neutral one here. In her defense, it is her baby shower.
That is
so
true.
what she says does go.
All right, how about this?
But
What if?
Why give the option of a +1? It means I can bring whoever I want.
Did I give you the option for a +1?
Yes, you did.
That was my bad.
And that's why I answered. And hey,
That
I
was my
answered the
bad.
+1.
I gave Stefan the option of a +1. I should have just put your name and you, yourself, and I.
All right, check this out. I'm gonna bring a shorty. I'm gonna tell her beforehand, yo, we're probably not gonna get any pictures because it's gonna be family only.
I mean, you can take pictures in front of a prop with her.
Damn, dog.
A prop? God damn. Hey, what's
Right?
Shawty's name?
No, come on now. What you doing?
Hey, he ain't gonna say names because it might not be the same Shawty all the time.
Just chill. They try to paint me as a biggest hoe, bro. Like
You are the
God.
biggest
Yeah,
hoe.
No. I really am a lover. If you look at my phone, it's always like recycled women.
a lover hoe.
It's recycled though. It's like I could have been talking to her like 2
So
years ago
basically,
and she came back.
So basically, you throw out the bottle and then you go back and you pick it up.
No.
You said it's recycled.
You said it's recycled.
Alright, I'll be honest.
Can you
And
stop picking up the mic?
I'm so I'll be done. So once I develop a genuine relationship with the woman, it is hard for the woman to let that connection go.
So basically, you're saying you're indispensable to the woman?
I'm not saying I'm indispensable. I'm always gonna have a connection with you, but that connection could mature or change. Like I'm still gonna want to be around you. I might want to be your friend.
Ladies, this is the perfect example of someone that knows how to play the game only
shit.
too well.
That's
They
not even true.
reel you out to the walls, and then they slowly reel you back in,
Time out,
only
time
to
out,
reel you back out.
Time out. I'm throwing in the flag. All right, we are attacking this.
Thank you. Like, all jokes aside, though,
it's all
I've
in fun. It's all in
actually
fun.
had this conversation with
Olivia
one of my
knows I'm
homegirls.
joking.
No, I had a real legitimate conversation about this with one of my homegirls. Do you remember Kanisha?
Damn, you name drop.
That's my homegirl. That's family.
Is she really
She
your
helped me
homegirl?
understand. Yeah, no, that's homegirl. She helped me understand that yes, it is selfish, but like people process emotions and shit like that differently. So my connection with you might still be like a valid connection, and I still want to be cool with you because we had such a good time and there was such a genuine connection. To you, it's like, damn, you ain't really like me then if you ready to be my friend and like act like we ain't do none of this. But to me, it's like that's how you know the connection was real because I didn't just stop talking to you. I ain't just ghost you. I want to be friends with you.
See, I understand what you're saying, but see it from the girl's point of view, right? You created a connection with her.
It happened. The connection happened genuinely.
Yeah, but the connection the connection happened, but still there was a connection. Then it didn't work out, right? Okay. Then you're like, I still want to be your friend. It's kind of confusing, bruh.
Because it's like,
I'm just saying.
If you really cool, we have a genuine connection. Yeah, we might not be compatible, or we might not like, in terms of future oriented, our goals might not align. So it's like, I'm not gonna force some shit that I'm not gonna be into. But there is a real genuine connection there. It doesn't mean I have to drop you from my life.
Let me tell you, my brother, you better be careful with that, because you might come across the crazy one.
I've been through a couple.
And then, I don't think they were crazy enough.
Nigga said this ain't my first rodeo.
But I low-key like crazy women.
Oh my God. Anyway,
Sometimes.
so this is what your situation is what they created a Lifetime movie out of, okay? I'm just saying.
But that's how it's like recycled. Feel me?
Oh my God. That's even, the fact that you call it recycle is even worse.
Okay, how about this? Let's drop the re. That's why it's a cycle. It's a circle. They just, every 2 or 3 years.
Good save, my brother.
There you go.
Good save.
I think you should be very careful with those connections, because not a lot of women have the self-esteem to handle that. So basically,
that's the thing. I actually prop up their self-esteem.
But I don't think so. You want to think that you prop up their self-esteem.
No, I've had
but here's the
conversations
thing.
with women to where they've told me to my face that I've helped them. And they've always helped me grow in some way too. That's why I want to keep the connection.
But
you know what I mean?
And like, is it like a true conversation? What are they
No,
really
it's
telling
it's
their
a
girlfriends?
This is what you gotta
It's a genuine
understand.
conversation with tears and all that bullshit.
Whoa,
I don't like tears, bro. I'm a weak nigga, bro. Like, if you cry, you got me. Oh, you cry, I'm sorry. Whatever you want to do, we'll do it.
You screwed up. You just told all the women your secret. So
No, they know it. I tell everybody that from jump. I'm like, bro, don't cry. Because if you cry, you're going to get me. But you're going to be miserable in the end. Because I'm going to leave eventually.
You got to also take away the assumption that the women are how you're saying they are. Some of the women got this same mentality too. So they going through it with him because that's what they want to do. They want to do the same thing. They're not thinking, oh, I'm talking to this dude, but I see him in my, he's going to be in my life for however so many years or forever, however it might be.
They just
Some have the same exact mentality. So sometimes they find each other.
See, like, this is a true impartial brother. You know what I'm saying? This is a true neutral party, bro.
Okay, impartial brother. So, to bring the topic to a close is, if you should invite the person that you're currently dating to important family function, the answer that you guys have is a yes, and it depends on the situation.
Yes, with rules.
I think it depends on the situation. It depends on the family function. It's like, I hope, like, and it also depends on the person.
True. I know there's certain women I can't bring around the family, and I know there are certain women that I can bring around the family. Some that I can't bring around the family, I might really like just because of a particular reason.
Yeah, their physical attributes.
Nah, see, you shallow. I'm thinking more of like conversation. I love deep conversation.
Mm-hmm.
If you can make me laugh, like in a real way, shit, you halfway to getting me. But
so what's the other half?
Crying.
The other half.
Petition. Some of the girls taking notes.
But don't cry, because if you cry, it's not gonna be a good time. But the other half that you can bring to your family, I might not like you as much. I might just like your company, but it's like, I'm not trying to wife you. I just know that.
Then why bring them around family?
There have been women I brought around the family just because I know they can hang and the family's gonna love them. But I ain't trying to wife you, bro. Like,
but then I don't want to meet your hang.
You don't want to make friends?
Nah, bruh.
Okay, noted.
Because if it doesn't work out with you, what's the point of this friendship?
I mean, it didn't work out with me, but we still friends.
You made a temporary friend, but at the end of the day,
I don't need no temporary friends.
Y'all saying they're temporary. These women are all, like, I still talk to them.
See, okay, let's take out the word temporary. The thing is, Olivier, you're my cousin. You will always be my cousin. I just don't see myself being friends with someone that you're no longer with. What's the point?
Well, my dad's friends with them.
And then when you get another girl, and then she's asking me about the other girl, what am I supposed to say? I don't put myself in certain situations.
I don't think they'll do that.
See, I don't put myself in certain situations. if she is not your significant other, then I don't need to waste my time getting to know her. That may be mean.
No, but that's the thing. Think
That may
about
be
it.
mean, but that's how I feel.
Besides my significant other, what women do y'all know that y'all have met? None.
I met your friends.
Exactly.
But your friends are
my
not
friends
nobody.
that are here for good, like my actual circle.
Yes.
So I know all this already. Everybody that I bring around you guys or my extended family are people that are going to be in my life for a long time. If it's anything like temporary, my dad might meet him at the crib by accident, or my grandpa because he's always there, or the homies. But I'm not going to bring them around the family because they're not permanent.
Okay.
You
So
feel
the
me?
conclusion is, so you're still bringing a non-applicable +1?
My conclusion is
So we take a
I
break.
actually do have judgment when it comes to these things, and it will remain to be seen who I bring with me to the baby shower.
I can't wait.
Lawyer talk, nigga.
Okay, so anyway, moving on to the next topic. So, guys, what's the next topic for the day?
What's on your mind?
Pussy.
Besides that.
I don't think Sarah and I are here for that type of conversation.
So, two women with working vaginas, one of them a future mother, are uncomfortable with the topic of a vagina?
Yes.
No, they're not uncomfortable for. Okay,
This weak-ass society
I
that we live in right now.
have another
2020,
topic.
bro.
I have another topic.
Shoot.
Okay.
Shoot the breeze.
I can't tell.
Oh Lord.
See, I told you my name was school.
Oh my God.
Yo, she's a mom already. I told you I was cool.
Cool mom alert. Cool mom alert. All right, go ahead.
Okay,
I love it. Yo.
so the next topic is about sex.
Oh shoot.
Okay,
Go ahead.
mic drop. What, you wanted to talk about vaginas?
I'm with
Let's-
it. I'm here for
Let's
it.
make it all inclusive.
Go ahead.
I'm here for it. We're
Okay.
listening.
What do you do if you're having a dry spot in your relationship? As in, you and your significant other are not having sex.
That's an immediate conversation. 'Cause I'm a very
Okay.
sexual person.
Okay, but what happens if there's a valid? Well, there's no valid reason. There's never a valid
No, there
reason.
could be a valid reason. There
No,
might be
but-
an emotional block, but that's a conversation.
Okay, what happens if there's an emotional block? Like you guys are not connecting.
Well, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna see. Like, I want you to be specific with me. Like, when you said there's an emotional block, what's the problem? Do you feel like I don't listen to you? Do you feel like we're not compatible? Do you feel like our conversation isn't what it used to be? Like, I'm gonna ask you those specific questions because I really want to know,
Okay.
and then we're gonna work towards it. Like, I'm gonna
Okay.
take you out on dates. We're gonna, when
But
we were first
what
dating.
what if your significant other has expressed those things and you as the guy are not fixing it?
Then break up.
Should you be understanding? Well, what if you can't break up?
What?
What if it's not just a simple breakup?
What does that mean?
Okay, what if you're married to the person?
Well, then you go to counseling.
Okay, but
That actually does help.
to go to counseling. Okay, well, okay, but like what if before you go to counseling, what are the 10 steps a guy recommends to a woman to make her guy understand where she's coming from?
Well, that depends on the woman because every woman is different. To me, it always starts with a conversation.
Okay.
Communication leads to understanding. And the only way you have understanding is if both parties are actually willing to fix the problem.
I'll tell you right now what it is. Guys don't like complaints. All right? So I'm going to tell you that first because a lot of times, and this goes for both ways, a lot of times what somebody might be feeling that they need to talk about, they express it more as a complaint rather than the actual conversation. So instead of saying, hey, let's talk, this is what's bothering me, every time something happens, you're like, oh my God, you always do this. This is so annoying when you do this, blah, blah. This is
Man,
why I
shut
don't
the
like
fuck
when
up.
you do this. Blah. Nobody
Wow.
likes that.
Wow, Olivier.
He had a valid point, though.
I'm
That's not a
telling you,
conversation.
I'm
He's
telling
just
you right
throwing
now.
accusations at
You
me.
do not complain. You don't show bad emotion towards them. You literally, it's a conversation. Listen, I don't like it when this happens. This is how I feel about it. What do you think?
Okay, but what if
In that conversation.
what if the only time the conversation happens is when you guys are angry at each other. So
Well,
therefore,
then if you recognize that, you can solve that problem.
well,
Because if you're recognizing that you're only having this conversation when you're angry, then you can. It's all about your intentions. So if
Okay.
you make a conscious decision to be like, okay, I don't want to just have this talk when we're angry. Let's make it a daily thing. Like
mhm.
it doesn't have to be a serious thing all the time, or let's make it a weekly thing.
Okay.
But it's all about you making that conscious decision to not just have that conversation when you're angry.
Okay.
That's up to both of you.
I have another question. What happens if the person is not as sexual as the guy? Like the woman in the relationship is not as sexual as the guy, and she's not quite comfortable like expressing herself because sometimes she feels like the guy might not understand where she's coming from.
What do you mean?
But see, that's
In terms of being sexual or just general?
In terms of like,
Like she's not expressing herself sexually
no.
or generally?
well, with that, it just sounded like you just put a limitation on yourself. The woman feels like the guy won't understand. Well, you just limited it right there. It's almost like you put a block on it already just by thinking that.
Okay.
Only way you can get through that is open communication. Like you have to be vulnerable. You have to be real to show the other person what you are. And you have to give them a chance to see you for who you are, or to see like your feelings for what they are. And the only way you can really do that is to be truly honest and truly vulnerable. And that could be uncomfortable, but if you're in a relationship for the long term, like that's the whole point of it, to share yourself with the person.
That's true. I agree with that. But I also feel like sharing shouldn't only be sexual. It
doesn't have to
should be
sexual.
it should be sharing and everything.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that all comes with the communication and the comprehension. So
But-
there's gonna be a middle ground. You're not gonna completely not be sexual because the guy's gonna want to be sexual. You're not gonna be completely sexual because the woman also wants something else. So it's about talking about what each individual wants, honestly, even if it's not the same things that you both want. It's like I want this and I want this, and it might be at the opposite ends of the spectrum. But as long as you're honest about it, you can both make a conscious decision to meet each other in the
Okay.
middle.
So how does a guy show affection without it having a sexual component? So that the woman doesn't feel like it's always all about sex.
It's easy enough. I love hugging. I love cuddling. I love rubbing your face.
Don't touch my face.
Buy you some
And it
flowers.
doesn't even.
I
have
don't
to
know where
just
your
be
hands have been.
It doesn't even have to
What?
just be physical.
The fuck?
And it doesn't even just have to be physical. Guys, girls, doing things for each other. Whether it's something, if you guys live together, whether it's something like a chore that he or she usually does, you do it for them that time. Whether it's she had a long day, when she gets home, you already had a bath ready for her, or having a meal ready for her when normally she cooks. Just anything that's expressing love. It's not always sexual. That's expressing how
That's
much you
100.
care about somebody by doing. Like, action is everything.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's a real thing.
Okay, so how do you have an opinion? You were very quiet during that conversation. You just don't have an opinion? Are you taking notes? Okay.
I like this teamwork, dog.
I don't like how you guys are like back teaming with each other.
Hold on. I've
Like-
agreed with you. I've agreed with you. Have I not?
See, that was a genuine moment,
I've
like
agreed-
a
I've agreed.
genuine
I didn't see it.
No,
connection.
I know. I'm just saying. She's saying, guys, I've agreed with you. Come
This
on.
wasn't planned. This was just a genuine thing that happened.
Okay.
I saw he was honest about his perspective. I was honest about my perspective, and we saw the real in each other, and I respected it,
Okay, guys.
and that was love.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I
what?
speak from experience.
Where I'm from, they call that
6 long years.
being a hater.
6 long years. What did you say?
Whatever, Olivier.
They call that what?
Being a hater.
Whatever, Olivier. Okay, so I can be the only one
He
with
said-
the topic.
Haterade.
Where I come from, they call that
Next.
sumun.
Malfede.
Oh, God.
Guys, the non-Haitians are not gonna understand that.
It's okay.
But the Haitians gonna love it.
So what's the next? Who got the next topic?
Who has the next topic? And this is going to be our last topic for the night, so let's make it count, guys.
is there really an age to where people? Because I mean, we're all Haitian. I know everybody watching this podcast might not be Haitian, but you might be Caribbean or Spanish. I know each culture has their own thing. But in the Caribbean culture, I feel like there's this stigma about you have to be married by a certain age, or you have to have somebody in your life you want to share with by a certain age. Is there still a stigma about that? Because I'm like, if I don't feel you, I'm not gonna settle for nothing, bro. Like, I've broken up with women, and my family's just like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna settle, bro. So even if I find somebody when I'm 33, 34, if that's what it take, that's what it take.
I think there's still a stigma, and I sometimes think like.
You think it's culture or religion?
I think it's just society in general. You know, it's like you ever have that look. It's like, oh, like per se, Grace got married, and I feel like that's all the topic I hear. When are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get a boyfriend? When are you gonna get married? It's like Jesus Christ, like.
Who bothering you? You want me to beat them off?
And then it's like, and then I joke about it when you find me one. Like, obviously, you're so pressed about it.
You know what's crazy? They don't ask the men that as much as they ask the women that.
Thank you.
I will say this about the Haitian culture. They are hypocritical. I have gotten props for being, I don't want to say the word, but I have gotten props just for having fun in my young age. Whereas a lot of my female cousins that do the same shit that I do, we're able to bond about that and have fun about that. But my aunt could be like, yo, here's a condom, which this actually happened. When I was like 16, my aunt's like, yo, here's a condom, I want you to be safe, da da da. My cousin, female cousin, who's actually having way more sex than me, they found a condom in her room. Bitch was 17, she almost got a whooping. What the fuck?
It is a double standard. I think the stigma comes from the generation before us or even our parents' generation. I don't think it comes from us. And Sarah, I apologize if I ever made you feel that way. It's all in fun. I'm sorry.
It's okay. And I feel like it's more so female. It's like, with guys, yes, you guys still have a stigma. It's like, oh, you're 30, when are you getting married? But I feel like with females, it's like, I don't know, there's that thing, it's like, you at a certain point in life, okay, now, you went to school, you got your education, you're in your career. Now, when are you going to start, when are you going to get married? When are you going to start popping babies? It's like,
girl.
It's like society set this timeline for you that you have to hit. And it's like, and also it's, you feel it within yourself, and I feel like maybe it's not happening, but you feel like other people are looking at you and
scrutinizing
you, or judging you even so. It's like you haven't made that timeline, you haven't made that mark, and then you're like, I'm sorry, you're within that timeline and you haven't done what you're supposed to do.
Fuck it, bro. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do.
I understand, but I feel like it's I don't know how to shake it, but I will always feel that way.
You still feel the pressure.
Yeah, it's like an internal pressure and also an external pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I've always said? Fuck whatever anybody has to say.
That's true.
Listen, you move. I know, but listen. You move. I don't measure myself compared to anybody else. You move at your own pace. You do what you're gonna do. You do what's best for you. Somebody asks you that question, tell them, listen, mind your business.
I feel like it's easier said than done. It's like, yes.
It is easier said than done, but
I'll
at
be
the same
honest,
time, even though that question bothered you when they said that, you don't live your life differently, do you?
No.
Exactly. So.
I agree completely with everything you guys said, except for the part about it being easier said than done. It is actually.
Yo, this thing will legit say "fuck you" to your face.
No, I'm dead ass. Like it's very easy to just you're being yourself. The person's not living your life for you. What's good for them isn't good for you. And a lot of times, the things that they're telling you to do is what they grew up with being as acceptable. But when you really talk to them and get to the bottom of who they are as people, they're very unhappy. So it's like, nigga, you give me all this advice because that's what you were told was like the right thing to do. But when I'm really having a genuine conversation with you, you wouldn't. Had you had like a legitimate option like I do, you wouldn't have chosen the path that you chose. So I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm gonna be who I want to be because shit, no, I can't live in your skin. You can't live in my skin. You know what I mean? Like
that's true.
That comes with self-awareness. I feel like as soon as you achieve self-awareness, you can literally start finding your ways to real freedom.
Yeah.
And I agree with you guys, but then sometimes it's like sometimes I get a little scared and like I'm not trying to be you know who. Like I feel like it's
a white ass motherfucker.
no,
Starts. I won't. but it does start with the consonant. You said what I'm saying.
Shut up. Like, I don't want to end up like that person because I feel like it's so sad looking at them. It's like everybody like around her has that, and that person doesn't have it. You understand?
HIJKL.
Can you stop? Oh my god.
shit! I know you.
Oh my god, you guys are so terrible.
Are we talking about a certain person that might be here in about 2 months?
Yes.
Anyways, guys.
Getting off topic.
We're getting off topic. So basically, at the end of this podcast, this is what we're saying: be who you want to be, do what you want to do, and just live your life, because nobody
That part.
else can live it for you. So this is all that we have for today. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
And
Hold on. Before we log off, do yourself a favor and follow the kid on social media. You feel me? Kid on Mars, KIDDONMARS on Instagram, C3 Khalifa on Twitter, Cloud Cuff Girl on Facebook, Cloud Cuff Girl on LinkedIn. Do yourself a favor, get inspired. CREVECOEUR. Again, that's CREVECOEUR.
Alright, my
Okay,
friend, make sure
okay.
you follow me too. It's Stefan Henry _ on Instagram.
this nigga really tried to promote themselves.
STEPHANRY_. You got it.
And I'm Sarah. My name is Sassy Sarah 95.
Okay.
If you follow these two, you'll find me.
Okay,
Perfect.
Sassy
And this has been another
Sarah's
episode of
Shooting
the
the Breeze.
But not an episode. It's our first episode. Bye,
That was
guys.
good. That was good.
Shooting.